Yeah. So before we talk about the last few episodes of Young Justice, I want to talk about Black anime.
I haven't.
So, in episode 12, the episode where we had Eric, um, I'll talk about what made something an anime. And essentially, just to summarize what I said, I essentially deduced that the main thing that made something an anime was that it was made by Japanese people. Because living within that culture gives you like a unique perspective that allows you to tell a story in a way that can be easily mimicked without said experience. Um, and in figuring that stuff out, I did a bit of research back then into like Japanese storytelling to try to really touch on like what aspects of their culture really makes it so unique. And what I came up with back then was Japanese storytelling focuses on showing emotion through circumstances and forcing the viewer to confront their feelings. They aren't afraid to linger and show beautiful imagery, and it's all contained in an eccentric bubble that is, Japanese contemporary culture. I also mentioned twice that Western culture affects Japanese culture and vice versa. Like we talk all the time about samurai films and Western films, how Western films influence samurai films and samurai films started to influence Westerns and then just went in a circle. Um, so some of these things aren't necessarily unique to Japanese storytelling, not anymore, because we take inspiration from each other back and forth. But since then, I've come to a slightly different answer and way of thinking. I still believe, that the culture informed what anime is today, but not that it can't be recreated from someone of a different culture. Like I was back then kind of did set on the fact that it's not anime if it's not Japanese, but I don't feel that way anymore. Um, I've even back then I had read a manga that by a black man, by a black like American and or I think like Kenyan man, and it's good. It's called Apple Black. It's published by Saturday AM. Um, and then there's also an anime on Netflix called Cannon Busters by I cannot remember his name, but created by an artist I follow on Instagram. And both of those are great examples of just black anime and manga, And I stand by the fact that shows like Boondocks, Avatar, and Teen Titans aren't anime because I don't think they're trying to be anime. I don't even think the creators are count them as anime. Um, I never thought they were, and I don't think the creators think they are either. But they definitely are anime inspired. There's no denying that. And the creators all the time talk about how they take inspiration from anime. But I believe that the storytelling style of various genres of anime and manga can be replicated by artists in other cultures simply by observation and study. But I'll wrap this up by saying that I can't wait to see more popular Black anime. As far as I know, there's only one that's popular, and that's Afro Samurai. And if you count Boondocks as anime, Boondocks. But there are others like like I mentioned, Cannon Busters on Netflix and the manga Apple Black that making way for more Black anime and manga. What is it? RDC World One are actually making a manga, which is pretty cool.
Are they really?
Yeah, they posted a page on their Instagram and on their Twitter. The art looks good. And it's not drawn by anybody in their group. It's drawn by someone else, but they're writing it, and it looks really good. So
I
yeah,
wonder if they're gonna self-insert any characters because I just want to see Desmond start screaming at people.
Desmond's gonna be the villain that turns that eventually joins the main team.
He's gonna be like angry or Sasuke or Vegeta.
Yeah.